Why do women apologize so much? Pantene came out with a video that has gone viral called Sorry, Not Sorry. Take a look.
Sorry, can I ask a stupid question?
Sorry, do you have a minute?
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, there he is.
Mind if I squeeze in here?
Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
So it's Tim.
Sorry, you go first.
No, it's just, I was gonna say.
I have a question. Why don't we go back to the original thing that we did?
Morning. You got a minute?
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Such, I think, an appropriate portrayal of what happens with so many women out there. And we thought this would open up a really good conversation about why we apologize all the time. I'm actually one of those women in the video. I saw myself in there. So what do you think is going on? Why are we doing it, first of all? Is this socialization? Are we just socialized to just be nice?
Yep.
That's what it is.
Oh,
It's a habit too. It's
Yeah.
automatic without even thinking about it.
Women
Yeah.
try to be nice.
But
We
hold on,
do.
It's also a Canadian thing. Like, it's almost like that was a Canadian version and the American version to me a little bit. Because,
Yeah.
you know, and I know from traveling in the States, they're like, you guys are so nice. And to be honest, I don't think that's a bad thing. It's like a quirky little neat thing that you watch that, we all laugh, it's like, oh my God, I totally do that.
Yeah.
But is it such a bad thing?
This is a good thing to
kinda
think
got
about.
a little ruder to, like, it was a little rude.
It is, but you know what? When they showed you
Right?
when they showed you the second part where she didn't say sorry, she sounded more assertive.
Sure.
She did.
Sure.
You know, so
Depending on the
there's that.
situation, maybe.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I think that when it comes to manners, I'm huge on manners. I say to my kids all the time, you can be as shy as you want, but you cannot be rude. That's not acceptable. So I think where manners are concerned, yes, you have to give a sorry when an apology is needed. But if someone bumps you and you're saying sorry, there's something weird happening with the balance of power. I think that's when things get a little bit tricky. So
But I think it's hard
Yeah.
because you need to say something.
when someone
Right?
hits
So you
you,
need another. You're walking onto the subway. You bump into me.
You idiot.
Right? And if that's the alternative,
be
then
more
I would accept.
appropriate.
But if that's the alternative, I would gladly accept sorry.
Yeah, no, I think
yeah.
you should say,
happens in America.
excuse me, because I say that when people, I always hold doors open for people, and when people go through a door and it slams back in my face, or when I hold a door open and someone just walks through without saying thank you, I say, you're welcome, and then they say, oh, thank you.
And then they say sorry.
Yeah.
They throw in a sorry for good measure.
Like in that situation, if you nudge somebody, it can get very confrontational if somebody doesn't say something.
Yeah.
You look at
Yeah.
each other, you scowl, and suddenly bloody World War III breaks out in the
Yeah.
street from two women because they nudged each other. And you're right, you almost feel like even though you were not responsible for the bump, by saying sorry, it breaks that.
I think we're a habit. I think it's habit.
It is
I
habit.
don't think that
Yeah.
I'm sorry when I say, I'm sorry, I was wondering if you could tell me. It's just the
Yeah.
way that we have learned to
Yeah.
speak. So it was interesting when they replayed it in the second circumstance, the woman who was in the classroom just started with the assertion.
Yeah.
I would like to suggest that maybe we start at this point, right? So maybe we have to reprogram the way that we have learned to interject in a circumstance.
Because, doesn't it put us in a subservient position if we're the ones that are always apologizing? Why would you apologize before asking a question? You're allowed to ask a question. You're at a board meeting. Everyone should be throwing in their input. So why throw sorry in front? You think,
I
Claire?
don't think it's just women.
Yeah.
You think men do
I
it
think
too?
men do it too.
You think they say
I live-
sorry
well,
all the time?
my partner is British, and he does it all the time.
Yeah. Okay, so
And in fact,
maybe-
he would say, "Why didn't you say sorry? Like you bumped it. You know, I bumped. Like what? It would be weird for him. So it could be a cultural thing in Britain as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe
all right,
that's
we're
so
polite,
subservient,
us
though.
Commonwealth people. If we do need to stop it, because some of you think we should and some of you think we shouldn't, how do we stop being so apologetic about things that are even beyond our control?
It takes a lot of self-control and thinking before you speak, right? And I don't know if that's going to come just right off the back automatically. You're going to have to train that.
And situational too, right?
Yes.
So you would say, I would say in the board meeting, yes, she sounded very assertive and it was good. But in the bed, a little bit rude maybe. Bumping into someone, maybe rude. So like in certain situations it works and sometimes it
I would
doesn't.
thought you'd taken it in another direction when you said in the bed then.
Hey, that's
What are we
never happens in
apologizing
your own
for?
bedrooms at all.
And the thing in the bed is that he stole the sheets first. I mean, come on. She's allowed to take them back without apologizing.
She's just being sweet about it. Like, what's wrong with being nice?
Yeah,
know.
I guess I think it's not necessarily a nice thing. I think it's a habit, and I think that it's reflective of something a lot deeper. I really do think it is.
So if it's a
I think you're
habit-
being apologetic for things that are beyond your control, and it's because you feel like you need to have a preamble before you speak. Why can't you just speak? You know
So
what I
here's
mean?
the way to get around it. This
Yeah.
would be my suggestion. You come up with your other backup word.
Yeah.
Like instead of sorry, you're going to say hazelnut or something like that, right? Or mistletoe. And so you bump into someone, you're like hazelnut.
Hazelnut.
And then you're just crazy. Or you open a meeting, you're like hazelnut. Could I have your attention, please?
But if we do it as a group, then only this handful of us will be crazy.
That's true. Hazelnut it is. That's what I vote for.